Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Bias Sports Talk. It is draft week. We have a draft week spectacular going on for you. You might wonder why I'm sitting here wearing a Kevlar helmet. It's because we're going to war, boys. We're in the war room.
Come on, man.
Going over all the top picks of this year's draft. A little mock draft action for each of our favorite teams. Let's go ahead and get right into it. It seems like the consensus number one pick is Cam Ward going to the Titans.
Yeah, that's a lock.
That is a lock.
Yeah, I think they told him today, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. He was on
Yeah.
Fortnite saying his second favorite receiver is Treylon Burks. That's how you know it's...
Yeah, right.
Are they going to get him another receiver, or is that the guy?
I mean, hopefully in the draft. That seems like they don't have a choice. They working with Calvin Ridley and Treylon Burks over there.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Maybe a little off-season signing or a little trade.
Yeah, well, D-Hop.
A
But,
little
I
D-Hop
mean,
back to Tennessee.
I'll say this, like, Ridley isn't, like, the worst option to have. Calvin Ridley's nasty.
Should be good.
With a good QB, it should be okay. But we'll see, because
Yeah.
he's so up and down.
Getting into it, it seems like the Browns and the Giants have started to field trade discussions for their pick. It seemed like Travis was a surefire number 2, but if they're trading out, where do you think? Who do you think is trading up to possibly? Actually, they might be trading up to get Travis. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see the 49ers going up to get a prolific player like that to keep their window open since they had to pay a lot of guys this offseason. They lost, a corner and a receiver in the offseason, so that'd make a lot of sense.
I don't hate that at all, Gino. That, or I could see maybe, like, a QB needing team to hop up. But even then, it would have to be, I don't know. Maybe the Raiders, let Shador sit behind Gino for a couple years.
Never know what Pete's going to do.
Yeah, Raiders could hop up. I don't know. That's interesting, bro. I don't know who the Browns are going to take. I feel like the Browns have to trade this pick. They don't have to, but, like,
I'm
I don't
just
know.
trying
I
to-
feel like Shador is not going there. I wouldn't even be surprised if Shador told them, like, don't draft me.
or
I don't know.
Dion.
Yeah, or Dion. I could see that. If I was Shador, I wouldn't want to go there. I'd rather drop to the Saints and play in New Orleans with Alvin Kamara. But yeah, I feel like they have to trade it. That, or if they keep it, I don't think they're going to take Travis. I think they'll take Abdul.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's kind of picking up that the Giants have been discussing taking Shador at 3. Could they be more comfortable with trading back and still thinking they'll get him around 8 or 9? Who knows? But you don't want to fall back too far because the Saints are sitting there lurking at 9 waiting for a quarterback as well.
Exactly.
So if that's your guy, you might want to just take him at 3.
I mean, the Saints got Spencer Rattler. They might be ready.
Oh, yeah. They're ready to go with Spence.
But
Yeah.
I can see the Giants not taking Shador to try to make a QB slide and try to get Jackson Dart second round because their coach and GM have so many connections with Ole Miss and Eli's Ole Miss. It's just crazy.
yeah, I
It's all
think
adding up.
I agree. I think they're gonna. I don't know. I think they're gonna pick at 3. I think it's honestly. I think the Giants' pick could be contingent on whether or not Travis is there at 3. I think if Travis doesn't go 2, because I genuinely think the Browns would rather do a Myles Garrett Abdul thing because they're always focused on defense, right? So if Travis is still there, I think Giants keep that pick. If not, well, actually, in that case, Abdul's there. So yeah, I think either way they're keeping that pick, bro. Like,
Yeah, if they can get Travis Hunter.
yeah, they're going full Russ mode. They're
we
selling
think,
dangerous
unlimited.
footlongs in Times Square next year.
So we think that 1 is Cam Ward. Well, pretty much no. 2 is Travis Hunter to the Browns. 3, you don't think so?
I think Abdul to the Browns.
Yeah.
if the
Abdul to the Browns?
stays.
I'd say I agree with Gino.
So
I'm
3
Abdul.
would be...
Travis
Would
Hunter.
be Travis, yeah.
Ooh.
I think
And
Travis
then,
to the Giants.
and then that would destroy the Patriots because they need some offensive weapons.
yeah,
Well, they would just go after a tackle. Then they just go ahead and get Will Campbell from LSU.
Yeah, but you know what everyone's saying about him? He's got them short arms.
Yeah, I don't think
big
that,
red
I don't think
flag.
that really matters.
There
If
could
you
be
watch the tape, it doesn't really matter.
No, he has good tape, but there could be better tackles in the draft.
I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Mason Graham got picked at 4 over Will Campbell. I could
could see that.
I could see it. I could see them just like trying to bolster that defense, make it crazy. bring in a young tackle. Who's there? I forget who's on their D line because they signed so many people. It's hard to.
They just signed Milton from
from
the
he
Eagles.
plays. He
talking
plays
about
what?
the
He plays
Patriots?
nose, right?
They got Harold
He plays
Landry.
nose. Okay, yeah, they're not drafting Mason Graham. Then
They got
That's-
Harold Landry as well from the Titans.
I think they
I
spent
love
all
Mason.
their money on defense this offseason.
Yeah. So never mind. The Patriots won't take Mason. I love Mason, but he can't do anything but play in the middle. So
How
like,
many quarterbacks do we think go in the first round? The over/under is sitting at 2.5.
It's a tough line right there.
I think it's pretty much surefire that 3 quarterbacks go first round because
You're taking the over for sure?
So
Yeah.
you think Dart's gonna be a first
I think
rounder?
Dart will be first round for sure.
He's gaining a lot of steam. I don't know though. Yeah, I mean, there's 32 picks. You're trying to tell me someone will just? I don't know because it's kind of a deep draft this year, dude. So I don't know if. Do you want to really pass an opportunity to get like a day one ready guy to like put Jackson Dart in your back pocket? And if so, who's gonna do it?
Yeah, I mean, I would say if I'm the Saints,
Depends if you get Shador though.
yeah. I mean, it really depends on if you are willing to sign A-Rod. You sign A-Rod for a year and let Jackson Dart sit behind him. That's not a bad idea.
I don't hate it. I wouldn't be surprised if.
The
Oh,
news that
yeah.
is
I
picking
wouldn't
up is that they're saying the Jags could take Ashton Genty, a pick before the Raiders, where people seem to think he's going to go.
That would be so funny.
Especially because they have Etienne, but Etienne was horrible last year, so they're ready to get. They're over him.
I got a crazy hot take about the Jags. I think they trade back a little bit, maybe even with the Niners, so the Niners could get like Jalen Walker from Georgia, like good DN or something. And then I think the Jags are going to get McMillan from Arizona, or just like a baller receiver to help out Lawrence because they just hired the offensive coach.
Okay.
I like that take a lot.
Okay.
That was really
That was really good.
that was great.
Might happen.
That was really that would not be a bad move for
I
them at all.
mean, they pay Trevor Lawrence so much money, like you have to make him good again.
An unfortunate amount of money.
Yeah, that's what happens when you invest in
He
projects.
won one playoff game that the Chargers absolutely melted. And
Literally,
he
they
got
choked.
$55 million a year.
Man,
Insanity.
That's insane. Yeah, he has to prove he can play football still.
So where are we at next?
We are
We're at 6.
I mean, Jalen Walker here is projected to go 8 to the Panthers. I would say that the Jets probably end up taking a tackle for Justin Fields to protect him. So they probably
run the ball. Makes sense.
get the tackle from Missouri. I don't know. That leaves us at about
Unless Will
the
Campbell's available.
The Saints. I feel like the Saints are going quarterback.
So we're saying Genty to the Raiders is a lock.
I wouldn't say a lot because they're saying that the Jags could take him at 5.
So then who did the Raiders take then? I think we
if
skipped him.
Genty is gone. I believe the Raiders would take McMillan. They need a receiver, so I believe
Who are
they
their
go Tedero
receivers?
and McMillan
Myers?
at 6.
They do.
Damn, McMillan at 6.
If Genty
is
isn't
crazy
there.
work though. No, I think they draft Shador if he's available at 6.
You think they go quarterback after they just extended Geno?
Let him sit. It worked with Jordan Love.
I mean, is Geno the quarterback to sit behind?
Is Geno the quarterback that's going to? Then the
That's
Raiders
gonna
aren't
teach him
winning
something?
anything like substantial, but is Geno really the QB that's going to like get you anything?
I mean,
You're gonna win
his
some
last good
games.
year was with Pete Carroll.
Oh,
30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions.
I
so-
agree, but he didn't win a Super Bowl.
Of course not.
Like, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm just saying. Like, if you really want to like ever compete, like, do you really think Geno Smith's the guy who's going to make you
What?
compete, or do you just let Shador sit? I mean, Shador was number 1. He set an FBS all-time record in accuracy. He threw like 71%. Like, I don't know why people are acting like Shador's like going to slip down this fucking draft so
I
much. It's kind of
honestly-
pissing me off a
I
little
think
bit.
the furthest he goes is 9.
He's the most,
Saints.
yeah, he's the most accurate QB in the draft. Like, I agree that Cam Ward is the better overall prospect, but like, why are they acting like Shador wasn't nasty, and why are we acting like Shador wasn't running for his fucking life?
Yeah.
No,
every year
Shador's nice, bro.
he's never. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's never even had a line. Give that boy any more time, and like, imagine running around on every play and then completing 70% of your passes in your career.
Yeah.
And literally every fucking snap. I didn't watch every Colorado game, but most of the games I watched, Shador did not have a lot of time to throw the ball ever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Shador's got talent, that is for sure. But I got a couple takes on who the Raiders should get and what the Steelers should do. So if Mason Graham slips to the Raiders, they could get him, and that's super nasty. I think their defense would be really good now.
Him with Max Crosby would be nuts,
Yeah.
especially
if he
Jags
slides,
take
and then
Genty.
if Shador slides, Steelers trade up in front of the Saints and get Shador.
Steelers trade up and okay.
Right in front of the Saints, because the Panthers, they just need defense and picks. Their team sucks, so they could trade back a little bit.
What's your pick? What's the Steelers pick?
21.
21.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to give. They're gonna have to probably throw a second rounder in there.
I would say a third and the first.
A third.
Where
and
do
a
we think that the
next year?
Where do we think the Bears are going?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I don't. That's tough. They need a lot of things. I wouldn't personally hate them maybe going with some O-line after like they stacked up so much on those receivers last year. They have like, and that's Caleb had a big problem. Oh, but they just stacked up with O-line and free agency. Brett saying so
They
don't need
did,
to.
but at the same time, here on this mock draft, they're projected Tyler Warren, the tight end. They have Cole Kmet. They don't need a tight end.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
see that happening. I could see them taking Kelvin Banks.
That's
from
what I was going to
Texas.
say. I would even, based on this mock draft, I would almost flip 10 and 11. I could see Tyler Warren, if he's just available, I could see the Niners saying, fuck it, and just wanting another utility guy. I know they have Kittle, but like, I could see them just saying, fuck it. Tyler Warren can do everything. And then like,
mean, at that
Kittle's
point-
what, 33? Like, he's getting older.
At that point,
They
I see them
re-signed their
taking.
fullback, though.
I see them taking Will Johnson. The Niners. They just lost Shavarius Ward, so they
Yeah.
need a corner. I could see them definitely taking Will Johnson.
I will, yeah, go ahead.
My bad.
No, you're
I
good.
think they need a tackle though because their offensive line tackles. What's his name's going to retire, and then the right tackle. What happened with that? He needs to get paid, or he dipped, or
I'm pretty sure he dipped.
So
Well,
let's
their
see.
guard, their
Kevin
guard
Banks,
for
Will
sure.
Johnson.
I forget bro's name.
Okay, let's just say hypothetically at 10 they go Kelvin Banks and 11 they go Will Johnson because I agree. I've been meaning to get to this. How Will Johnson isn't projected to be a top 10 pick is crazy. I know it's Michigan bias, but he really like. If you asked me before the season,
He was top 5.
yeah, I'd be like, he's going top 5. How the fuck he dropped? I'll never know. He had more pick sixes than he had touchdowns caught on him in his Michigan career. Like, he's nasty as shit. He's a demon. He's one of the best corner prospects ever, and people are going to be pissed when they don't take him. I don't understand.
Yeah,
But team needs and all that shit, but still, like, sometimes, like, you have to say fuck team needs when players are that generational. Like, the Pats could fuck. If I was the Pats, obviously not going to, I would take Will Johnson if I can't get Travis, because fuck it, put someone else with Christian Gonzalez and have a fucking elite secondary with the rest of those niggas you signed this year. Oh my God, that team would be nuts.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, that being said, let's say Kelvin Banks goes 10 and Will Johnson goes 11 and the fucking Cowboys draft
Cowboys are taking a receiver.
100%. Right?
If Genty is there, obviously they take him, but I don't see Genty being there.
no running back.
No.
the running back. They don't even have one.
They'll take one second round. That being said, I believe they
Yeah, they can get Trayvon Henderson.
they definitely
or something
need
in the
a second
round.
receiver. So Matthew Golden is a speedster that'd be good to add with CD.
Texas.
If McMillan's not, yeah, let's say McMillan's gone. I could see them taking Agbuka too.
So we all like McMillan after Travis Hunter. Like that's where he should. be
100%.
drafted. Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of like receivers on the board.
Yeah, for sure.
Then it gets dicey. Okay, so let's say Cowboys go with any receiver. So then what do the Dolphins do? Maybe you go
they
get.
got a lot of
What about
needs.
Malachi Starks?
They do need a safety. They just got rid of Javon Holland. Who else did they have? I believe Poyer was their other safety, so they for sure need a safety. I could definitely
Yeah.
see them taking Starks.
Yeah, Starks is the best safety on the board, right? I'm not
Yeah.
missing anybody.
Or
right?
did Armstead retire?
Armstead did retire,
So
yes.
they
So they
need
do
a
need a tackle for
bad,
sure.
right?
Definitely need a tackle.
And you get a good one at that pick.
You do need. I will say that they do need some O line to keep Tua from dying this year.
Yeah.
So that's an important thing to notice too.
I mean, that's the thing, though, is at this point in the draft, the top, 3 tackles
Are already gone.
probably already gone.
Yeah, there's not really anyone worth taking
Yeah.
at first round value at that point. Yeah. Okay. So they're gonna let's say they take Starks or a lineman.
That's where I think they're going. If Will Johnson's there, I could definitely see them taking him because they're trying to trade Jalen Ramsey.
Right.
If he's not there, they need a tackle or
A safety.
a safety. So that's probably where they would be going. With the pick after that, we have the Indianapolis Colts at 14. I believe we're getting Tyler Warren. I think that's where he falls to. And if not, regardless, I think we're going tight end. We will go Colston Loveland.
You're better off with Colston Loveland.
I'm happy with either. I want Tyler Warren just because he can do everything, play every position. But at the end of the day, I feel that Colston Loveland is more of like a receiving threat at tight end.
It's a trade-off.
Yeah.
Like Colston Loveland does all the receiving tight end shit right, and at a crazy elite like Aaron Hernandez-esque level, like just like and has shit ton of wiggle, hard to tackle. But Tyler Warren, obviously, like he can play any position. Like he's like Taysom Hill without like the I want to start at quarterback in the back of his mind.
Just like 6'7".
Yeah, you can't pass on that. But like Colston Loveland, imagine Colston Loveland being the second best tight end in the draft is like
It's insane.
Is insane because he's amazing. So yeah, I think you guys are fine with either of those picks. And then what? Then we go to the Falcons.
I can see them taking Shamar Stewart or who is the DN from Marshall.
Mike Green.
Yeah, just some dog, bro.
Yeah, they
Just some
definitely
crazy
need.
fool.
They need to add some on the
Or
defense
Jalen
for
Walker
sure.
slides, which he won't. But
Where
do we think Houday Nation is going?
Houday Nation. So I've been thinking a lot about this. I think first priority needs to be on defense. Ideally, I don't know if because Malachi Starks won't be available and Geno Stone and Jordan Battle are all right. So I say we go D-line. I say if I had to choose, if Shamar Stewart's available, give me Shamar Stewart. If not, give me Walter Nolan, man. Or
Walter
even,
Nolan.
it's funny, I'm literally, the names are popping up. I like Derek Harmon a lot. He has a lot of game.
Oh, yeah.
He's a baller. So, like, in a hypothetical world, if we had to go Derek Harmon, I wouldn't be mad. But I think Walter Nolan's available, and I think we get him at worst. And that boy is a demon.
Yeah, he's
And
a baller.
He has double-digit sack potential, which we could use, especially if we don't lock up a deal with Trey.
yeah, I would
If we
say
end up having to trade Trey, we're going to need someone who can do that.
Derek Harmon is probably the most underrated guy in this draft, but there's probably going to be good DNs available, and that's probably more of a need, so you could trade Trey. But, yeah, this is probably one of the deepest D-line classes of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen anything like this in my whole entire life.
But if
all time?
Shamar Stewart's
Of all
available,
time.
give me Shamar Stewart
Damn.
over everybody.
This D-line class, like, bro, the whole time, like, we can go over the shit. Like, D-linemen are going to be popping up there.
Oh, it's that. I mean, bro, Kenneth Grant being like the fifth or sixth best D lineman is nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's for sure.
Like, this draft is deep. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't know, unless you really think Dart is him. Like, I don't know if Dart makes it out makes it
Gets
into the first. He gets drafted gets drafted in the first round because it's just so deep full of players. Like,
Yeah.
you can get a starter in the 20s in this draft.
Yeah, but the only thing is if you don't got a quarterback, you ain't got nothing.
Well, ain't that true now, Billy?
You ain't got nothing.
You ain't got nothing but these glasses
I'll
on my
tell you
face
what.
now.
Hey, all right. So on to what's next. The Seahawks, I believe they go offensive line. They need it. Their offensive line is historically pretty terrible season after season.
Yeah,
So you
but-
need to address that.
True, but you also got to replace DK.
I mean, not necessarily.
Not necessarily, but you can't just be Jackson Smith and the Django
I
by
think they're
himself.
literally.
Who's going to be
I feel
receiver
like
two?
they got who did they get? They got another receiver. Didn't they sign a
Cup,
receiver?
Cooper Kupp.
Oh yeah, they got Cooper.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Never mind. I forgot.
Cooper Cup. This here has the combine superstar Nick Eamon-Worry going to the Buccaneers at 19.
He's like DK Metcalf playing safety.
DK Metcalf playing safety. He is absolutely insane with, I believe, a 43-inch vert. Runs a 4.3. He's 6'3", like 230. So it's a scary dude to have out there on the field chasing you. I would like to have him at 14, but we need a tight end. So
Why do you need a tight end? Like, I'm confused.
because you need someone that is easy
You need
to
a
dump off
weapon
to.
for AR.
Rich
Don't you
needs
have a
someone to
tight end?
throw 5-yard passes to. He
Ollie
needs
Cox,
a
or what
dumb
was
down
his
guy.
name?
That is not a real tight end.
Ollie
Like,
Cox.
let's be fucking serious.
Who's Ollie Cox?
Mo Ali Cox is a good blocking tight end and a good red zone tight
Is
end.
that your tight end?
But
He
he's
scored
one of
some
them.
tuds for you.
But
last year,
overall,
Wasn't he
is,
the one that caught
like-
that stupid deep pass that A-Rich threw?
No, that was Alec Pierce.
Oh, right. Alec Pierce is just a receiver? He's
yeah.
not a tight end? Okay.
Yeah, we don't have a real tight end that will go out there every down and make plays. So that's what we need.
Yeah, especially like you know how Danny Dimes likes to play, like
Oh,
he
yeah,
likes
for
dumb
sure.
down guys. So
For sure.
to build the
Danny
offense
Dimes
around
is gonna
him,
be nasty, bro.
oh, they're going
Tight
crazy
end
over
for
there.
Danny Dimes.
Danny
Yeah,
Dimes is going to be the sickest.
Give
We need
Danny Dimes Tyler Warren so they can run the option. Them boys are going crazy
Bro,
out there. The
if-
white boy
if
option.
If we get Tyler Warren, we might as well just put Tyler Warren at quarterback.
Tyler Warren, Danny Dimes, white boy option.
We're just
That
going.
is
would go
We're going.
would go
we're going
more
Taysom
viral
Hill
than the
package
Luka
with Tyler Warren.
Austin
Now
Reeves
I'm on
combo.
the tight end train. We need a tight end for Danny
Nah,
Dimes.
yeah,
Yeah, get Danny Dimes a tight end.
We're going.
Come on.
We're going Taysom Hill package with Tyler Warren. He's just going to be our quarterback, so we're
Yeah.
good to go. We might draft 2 tight ends. We might get Colson in the second round, put Tyler Warren at quarterback. That might be a nasty little offense right there.
And then Danny Dimes at running back. and
Danny
run
Dimes at
triple
running
option.
back.
Oh my god!
And then we got AR at fullback.
See, now there's
Hell
a vision
yeah.
for this team.
That's all. Hey, the vision is coming to life. That's offense
Hell
right
yeah.
there.
AR's pretty fast, right?
He runs a 4.4.
Boy, put him out at receiver.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. New
Hell
Megatron.
yeah.
Have him pull a Terrell Pryor, extend his career.
I mean, I'm not opposed. Throw Danny Dimes at running back there, 2-back fucking backfield
Bro.
with JT.
They would go insane.
Yeah,
And
bro.
just every play is like a
Jonathan
quadruple
Taylor.
option for Tyler Warren. He just gets to pick.
Yeah.
Yo, I ain't forgot about Jonathan Taylor. He lost me a league last year in fantasy because he fumbled like a.
Well, let's tell the truth. He didn't fumble. He dropped the ball before he crossed the goal line.
That's even worse.
Yeah, that was stupid.
even
That's
worse.
that's even
Bro,
worse.
Guy is so soft.
Yeah,
He's-
that's not soft. That has nothing to do with being soft. That's being cocky. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, well,
On
Guy
to
is so dumb.
on to running backs. The Broncos are said to be taking Omari and Hampton. I could definitely see that happening with Javonte Williams going to the Cowboys. So they need to get a new set of. Well, who else is in their backfield? McLaughlin and they had Estime, I believe.
They
And then
let
who's the long
Williams go.
Who said that?
Okay, so
What's the long-haired cat they had who was undrafted, who was going nasty for a little bit? What's his name?
Philip Lindsay?
Yeah,
He's been out the league for a minute.
No way Philip Lindsay isn't still in the
Bro,
Broncos.
Philip Lindsay is out of the league.
Type in Philip Lindsay current team right now.
CFL.
But their
Argonauts.
their backup last year was a rookie, correct?
Oh, he's a free agent. Okay.
Last played in the USFL.
Shout out to my boy.
Hell
Philip
yeah.
Lindsay
Shout out
deserved
Philip
more
Lindsay.
than that.
Hey, so
Who
we
the fuck is that guy?
Oh, look at that! You saw that on in 2002. His last team actually was the Indianapolis
in
Colts.
2002.
Or 2022. In 2022, his last team was the Colts. Shout
That
out
boy
to
was in
Philip
the
Lindsay.
league for a minute.
I tell you, time moves different now.
Hey.
I don't know if it was COVID or what, bro, but I swear to God, Philip Lindsay does not feel like he's been out the league that many
Yeah,
years.
it's been a while.
That's
On to,
crazy.
pick 21. Who do we think the Steelers are taking if they don't take a quarterback?
They're taking Milrow.
I would
Yeah,
say
they're taking Jalen Milrow at 21.
Nah, if they don't get aggressive, there's 2 options. Derek Harmon out of Oregon. He's like 6'5", 311. He's really good at stopping the run and insane at pass rushing. So dream D lineman. But also, if someone like your boy from Michigan, Will Howard,
Shout out to
if he slips,
out
there's
to
a
the
lot.
boys.
There could be a lot of good value
You
right
think
there.
Will Howard is going first round?
Who's the cornerback?
you talking about Will
Who, the
Johnson?
Steelers? They don't have
Johnson.
one.
Will Johnson's not dropping in 21.
If he does, that's a perfect pick.
If Will Johnson
is-
drops at
there's no
21,
way
it'd be
in hell Will
amazing.
Johnson
I could
drops
see you guys taking Kenneth Grant.
You are highly optimistic on who you think is going to fall to 21.
I mean, those are 2 guys that if they fall at 21, that's great value on either, and I think one will happen.
So who do you realistically think is going at
'cause
21?
you think you're getting Shador or Will?
trading up to 8 and getting Shador, so I don't know.
Okay, so you
But
guys have the
don't-
21st pick.
Those are my
my
picks at
Lord.
21 for the Steelers.
2 guys that are going in the
Will
top 15.
Johnson or Derek Harmon.
Okay, Derek Harmon could
Derek
happen.
Harmon.
I could see that
I could
one.
see Derek Harmon.
That could happen.
What about who's playing running back for y'all now?
We got what's his name?
Warren?
We got
Tyler
Warren.
Warren. He's gonna be your starter.
Yeah,
next
we
year?
we let Najee walk. Like
Maybe you guys take like
that
Trayvon
boy was the
Henderson or
3-yard
something in the second
king.
round, though.
He gets you 3 yards of play every
3.9.
play.
That's all you need to keep the chains moving.
He ain't gonna get you
3.9 a
any more.
play.
Hell nah.
He ain't
All
gonna
you
get
need is
any more.
3.9.
3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yeah, Jalen Warren is explosive, so I think we might pair him with a guy like Scottaboo, like later on in like the 4th round or
I
something
like that.
Scottaboo would be
Scottaboo.
hard on the Steelers.
Yeah,
but
Jalen
he's going to the
Warren's
Bengals
Scottaboo.
for sure.
Who are we on?
Give me
to?
Scottaboo in the 3rd round.
Who's at 22?
Chargers.
Chargers? Ooh. Chargers, do they go receiver in the 1st round again?
They're gonna go. Oh,
No,
Ooh,
they
do
got
they-
they got Mike Williams and
Yeah, but Emeka
And,
Ibuka is there.
they won't go receiver, but they should. They'll probably go defense.
if Matt Golden's available, I could see him taking Matt Golden.
I could see them taking Emeka Ibuka. He's probably the best all-around type receiver in the draft. More of a JS.
They
He's an
got Lad,
Ohio
bro.
State,
They
Ohio
need it.
State
No,
receiver.
They got Lad.
They do not need O line. Their O line is stacked.
Yeah, I think
The
defense
Chargers
is where they're
O-line?
going.
Yeah, they have Joe Alt, Rashawn Slater.
They
You're
just lost
telling me the
Bosa.
Chargers O line? That's literally all they did last year was
They do
draft a
not need
lineman.
O-line.
Yeah.
You think they're gonna take another? You think Jim? I don't disagree
No.
with that take only because Jim Harbaugh loves to run that much, but they
They
have
just
enough
signed
linemen.
Mekhi Becton.
They have so many
do not
linemen.
Need O-line.
Yep.
I mean, they maybe do. Receiver 1 is Mike Williams, and
Golden
and Quentin
would be a
Johnson
good
can't catch. Oh, that lad is nasty.
Well, yeah, but you need someone to go with Lad because Quentin Johnston can't catch.
Facts.
And Mike Williams can't stay on the field. So you need another receiver. Can't stay on the field.
Boy, you better just come grab a mic the way you argue.
Can't stay on the field.
Shout out to Suge.
Green Bay, ooh. With the talks of them trying to trade Jair Alexander, do they go corner?
I mean, if that Texas corner
They're the best
drops
corners
that
on the board.
far,
Jade Barron?
yeah. If he is there, that would be disgusting.
Yeah.
But honestly, they need a receiver more than anyone. They got 7 scrubs. They all catch like 500 yards.
No, the Packers receivers are nasty.
They have-
I'm not doing
they
that
all
with
catch
you.
500 yards.
They
Shout out
have
to Romeo
7
Dobbs and Christian Watson.
They have 7 number 2 receivers.
Facts. I thought a Devontae reunion would have been perfect for that team, but I guess not.
Yeah.
So let's go Abuka there or Golden. I mean, there's going to be receivers. There's a lot of receivers.
I don't think they're taking a receiver still,
they
though.
should, but they probably won't.
That's not in their history. They wouldn't draft a round 1 receiver for Rodgers. You think they're going to do it for J Love?
No.
No chance. They're going to go get some random player to make, like, they're going to get like an outside linebacker or some shit. It's going to be annoying.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of good pass
This-
rushers.
Okay, so 20, what is that? 24?
Vikings.
Vikings? Who? 20.
What are the Vikings?
I mean, I would say, if anything, they need offensive line because their offensive line was
Yeah.
atrocious last year.
That guard from Alabama, I guess, had the best interviews at the combine like all week. He had this insane quote. It was hilarious.
Tyler Booker.
Yeah, he said his favorite part about football is ruining people's lives and making them hate football.
That's pretty hard.
I can see him taking Josh
I like
Simmons
that quote.
there.
I would say they go with one of Tyler Booker, Gray Zabel, or Donovan Jackson, all of which can play guard and immediately start. So I would say
You don't think they could grab Josh Simmons from Ohio State, maybe?
I guess he has some like red flags everyone's tripping on. I haven't
Really?
done a deep dive on that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a Buckeye, so he has
No,
a
he's
shit ton of
good.
red
His
flags,
tape's
but I just
insane.
was saying.
yeah.
this
Yeah,
is,
no, he probably isn't going to be good. He went to Ohio State.
this next pick is where it gets a bit interesting because if he falls this far, if Teteroa McMillan falls to 25 to go to the Texans, that is a nasty combination to go with Nico Collins. They just, I mean, what's his name? Tank Dell is probably out for the year.
Yeah, but they just
Stephon
traded.
Diggs is on the Patriots.
They just traded their left tackle and Shador Stroud had less time to throw than Shador last year, and that's why they suck. If they could
Their
just
offensive
protect
line
him,
was atrocious.
yeah,
But is there anyone worth
Yeah, but
first
at
round?
that point in the draft, I don't think there's.
Yeah.
you might as well.
Unless Simmons is
value.
available.
You might as well wait till the
Yeah,
second.
maybe
round.
let's say Simmons is still available there. Then yeah.
Yeah, you might as well wait till the second
Well,
round.
yeah, you could probably get Golden, Texas boy.
Yeah, if Golden falls out, if it depending on between Ibuka and Golden, whoever goes first,
Yeah.
then the other one could
Yeah,
fall there. Yeah.
both good fits.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that.
I think Abuka might be the good fit there.
I agree.
To pair with.
Get him back with. Did he play with Stroud at any point?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think regardless, they end up going receiver at 25. Realistically,
you gotta
that's-
get somebody.
you got to get someone for him to throw to.
Yeah, Stroud shows if he has weapons, he can do it.
He doesn't even need a line. Like
Yeah,
he just
Nico
need
Collins
guys-
is
I mean,
definitely
everyone needs a
receiver
lineman.
one though.
Of course you do, but CJ has showed last year that he can still win without a line. You just
I mean, they still made the playoffs.
go get him in the second and third round.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can get a second round guy who's probably still a really good prospect, and then go get a like proven receiver
Yep.
for him to throw the ball to.
At 26, the Rams will probably be looking defense, I would say. Possibly cornerback.
I was gonna say maybe some secondary action.
We have Maxwell Hairston on this mock draft going. He ran a 4.28 40-yard dash, so add a little speed out there on the outside. I think that'd be a good pickup. They had Jared Verse last year, who was, I believe, rookie defensive player of the year.
Yeah, and then they hit on another rookie D lineman in the draft as well.
From Florida State as well.
Yeah, so they paired those guys, and when you hit on two rookie D linemen in the same draft, you're balling.
Yeah. Their drafts lately have been insane.
But call that boy McVay, Steve-O.
Steve-O.
He's a wild boy, bro. You never know what he's gonna do, bro. The Rams could get crazy right here and do something
I think that
insane.
I think you're thinking of Les Snead. He would be the one picking the players. So Les Snead is the one going out there making all the crazy moves.
yeah, he's.
That's the real wild boy.
I mean, pair them together is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's like
That's
formula to go crazy.
what if the Rams got a Matthew Stafford incumbent?
Jackson Dart.
What if they get Dart and let him sit behind Stafford? That's a good person to learn from.
I think if anything, they'll get a quarterback in the second round. I don't think they'll waste Stafford's last year's going with a first-round quarterback.
I feel you. You don't want to disrespect him after you just
Exactly.
re-signed
They're
him
not the
too.
Packers. So.
Wait, hold on. The question is, if they do that or not, does that open their window or close their window faster?
For
I think
what?
right now you should.
If they draft a quarterback, would that help them long run or?
I think it closes the window. I think it's
yeah.
'cause you can get an instant starter,
I think
and
you
I think
should
it
strike
pisses
while
off
it's hot and
Stafford.
get an instant
Yeah,
starter. You
yeah,
don't
they're
need a
trying to
backup
win.
quarterback.
Don't piss off
Trying to win.
Stafford. They could have made the Super Bowl last year. They almost beat the Eagles. They just ran out of time.
27th pick is Baltimore. We pretty much know they're going defense. So, what position of defense do we think they go?
edge or safety? If like Shamar Stewart or
I don't know. if
Malachi Starks drops there, they will select them instantly.
Instantly.
on the off chance that they're there.
So something like that on the player profile.
Maybe, just maybe. What's the? I don't think he's going to go. I think Bengals are going to get him in the second round. Maybe. I was going to say maybe Trey Amos or like. The Bengals probably won't take a safety because they'll probably give Jordan Battle and Geno Stone one more chance. But that safety from
Give
Penn
Geno
State.
Stone one more chance.
What's the?
Geno Stone.
He
What's
is horrible.
Oh, he's super ass. That's my only thing. So I'm like, Kevin Winston, yeah. So I'm like, I could see if Bengals, if he doesn't
Xavier
drop
Watts.
the second round for Kevin Winston, maybe. Oh, I forgot about Xavier Watts.
Xavier Watts is a dog.
Yeah. Okay. I can see
But
Xavier
you could
Watts
get
going
him in
there.
the second round.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Trey Amos there. But I kind of want him in the second round of the Bengals really
Well, I
bad.
mean, the Bengals are only going to draft defense, so it's just
Yeah.
where are they?
I'm just saying. I'm more talking about this this Ravens pick. I'm like, because they could use some secondary, but they could use some D line too.
Yeah, Ravens literally had Kyle Hamilton playing free safety last year because all of their safeties were that bad,
Yeah. So
and he's a linebacker for the record.
Kyle Hamilton.
Kyle Hamilton's a linebacker. He took more snaps at linebacker last year.
He's
than
a strong
safety.
safety.
he literally did not. Once he got moved back to safety, that is when their defense became
And
amazing.
Yeah, what? He
Kyle
played safety at
Hamilton
He
Notre Dame.
started the year playing sub linebacker.
He played
they
strong
moved him back to
safety, right? Or is he a
and
free
once they
safety?
moved him back to safety, their defense became incredible.
Is he traditionally a strong or a free though?
I would say strong.
probably strong.
But he seems like kind of like a run stopper kind of.
Well,
Yeah,
he smacks
he smacks the shit out of people.
You guys know that Kyle Hamilton has worse hands than a lizard?
Yeah. He definitely a receiver, that is for sure.
I'd say Mark Andrews has the worst hands on that team.
You know, he came out with an excuse today saying
when it
his
counts, at
gloves were
least.
wet.
His
He said he
gloves
dropped
were
the
wet.
ball because the gloves were wet.
I
It's
think
like,
everyone's gloves were wet.
Yeah, like, wake up, buddy. Like, you are horrible. Ravens suck, bro. Kyle Hamilton catches better than Mark
Snake.
Andrews.
All right, let's finish this first round up.
Lions at 28. I feel like they go an edge to who is on. They had Zadarius Smith on the other side, I believe, once Aiden went down. I think
Yeah,
they
that-
replaced an edge over on that side to go with Aiden. Sure up that defense. I mean,
Where's Darius Smith now?
I'm not sure. He's probably a free agent,
Probably
to
a
be
free
honest.
agent.
Yeah, they're definitely going edge. I would say Michael Williams, possibly from Georgia, would be a good pick. I mean, if Shamar Stewart is there, if he falls to 28, that
You'd
would
have
be a
to
good pick
really
for
fall.
sure.
James Pierce from Tennessee's explosive.
The edge
to
from
say the
Boston
least.
College would also be another good choice.
What
I mean,
about James Pierce?
There's definitely James Pierce. Yeah, there's a few good options at edge deeper in the first round to like early second round, mid second round. So there's some guys to definitely go out there and get. It's just your choice. Whoever's there, take the top one, I guess.
Yeah, or take fucking Kenneth Grant would be perfect on the Ravens.
Yeah, seems like that would work.
Low-key, Kenneth Grant should like at this point we don't have him being drafted. He has to be in the first round. Maybe I'm tripping, but I think he's that good.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He's good.
I think.
But then again, I'm biased as fuck, of course.
Facts.
So
They're saying
biased sports talk, that is.
Bias Sports Talk. At 29, the Cleveland Browns have their pick via a projected trade on this mock draft with the Commanders. They have the Commanders moving back to the first pick of the second round. So with that pick, it has the Browns moving up to get Jackson Dart at 29, which would get that over for quarterbacks picked in the first round.
He would start over franchise. Kenny franchise.
Kenny franchise. I don't know how.
I think you let Kenny franchise have the first few games.
I think
and then
Kenny
let
franchise is
Jackson Dart
building
have
a franchise.
sophomore.
Bro, Kenny franchise got too much aura right now. He's a Super Bowl finisher. You know, he finished out
touched
the
ball
game.
last in
So.
the Super
He
Bowl
played in the
last year.
Super Bowl. He
People
took
forget about
the
that
final
shit.
knee. in
Kenny
the Super Bowl.
franchise took the last knee of the Super Bowl. You know, he's got
People
too much.
forget about that.
Literally, there'll
they
be a
do.
photo one day of
boy's
the
gonna
scoreboard
change-
at zero with him taking a knee.
Hey, he's gonna change the course of the franchise forever. Kenny franchise.
Yeah,
Yo, I can't
Kenny
wait.
Two Gloves going crazy
Kenny
next
Two
year.
Gloves.
Two gloves.
Fuck the Browns, but Kenny Two Gloves going nuts.
I can't wait for the Steelers to play the Browns and TJ Watt just like picks him up and one hand slams him.
Ragdolls him.
I can't wait for
WWE
Kenny Pickett to
WrestleMania.
go back to the Steelers.
Kenny Pickett's going to go crazy in the battle of the dickheads versus Mason Rudolph.
Denthead. You gotta watch out for Denthead.
Watch Deadhead versus Kenny franchise is going to be must see
Yo,
TV.
that is a must-
It's going to be a
must
battle
watch
of who
game,
can
bro.
score six the fastest.
Score six.
And the Steelers gonna
'Cause
go
you know
10-7. Just
You
like
know that
every
game's
other
going to
year.
finish 9-6 with an overtime field goal from who's your kicker?
Boswell.
From Boswell.
Oh.
Yeah,
He'll
shout
have
out
6
Boswell.
field goals. 6 jobs. 6 field goals.
I'd say the Commanders with that pick move back to the first pick of the second round and also go out and get them an edge rusher with the first pick of the second round. That seems to be an area of need. But
I mean, that's smart as hell because, like, if you're picking at 29
Yeah, you just
or
move back, get some
35
picks.
and you're taking a DN, they're basically the same.
Exactly.
Because it's the deepest class ever.
Yep. On to pick 30, the Buffalo Bills. I see them probably taking a cornerback. I don't know necessarily what other. I mean, their offensive line is pretty stacked. They got a running back. They got some receivers. They could
They
use
need a receiver.
They could use a receiver.
That's what they got to
Do they re-sign Amari though
No.
as a receiver?
No.
Why not? He's not on a team
They,
yet.
they lost the playoffs.
What
You know,
what does
you,
that
You
mean?
got to improve. If you lose to those sorry ass, I won't talk about it, but yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, they lost to the Chiefs, bro. They shit the bed. They should have won that. They need more offense. Like, go get a receiver. It's very simple.
I mean, you say that like the Steelers wouldn't have lost to the Chiefs. Like you're saying that like the Chiefs are bad.
I mean, I think that the Bills were way better, but the Chiefs had way better receivers, therefore a better offense. So let's just get a better offense. Your team's already better. It's very simple.
Yeah, but don't forget who's their.
What
Keon
about
Coleman is
what about
demon.
defense to guard the better receivers on the other team
I think the Bills have a better defense.
than the Chiefs?
I mean, you saw the Super Bowl, right? You watched the same game as me?
Yeah, they weren't. That's the thing. They didn't play the Eagles. They played the Chiefs. So
Let's get an offense that's good like the Eagles. You need to improve your offense. That's how you beat a good offensive team.
I mean, I guess so.
I didn't think that was a hot take. I just
That's
thought that
kind of a
was-
hot take. You're just saying to outscore them when realistically you should get a defense to not let them score.
But
Like,
their defense is good, so they're good.
I mean, I guess if you say so. Chiefs are probably going to need an offensive tackle, so I see them taking Connor Lee out of Oregon. On to the 32nd pick and Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. What do they really need? Probably nothing. But if Malachi Starks is there, I see them taking him. Probably won't be there. If
Won't
not,
be there.
If not, I believe they end up taking Jahad Campbell, the linebacker from Alabama.
They re-signed Bond, right?
Yes.
So I think they need D-line. They lost a lot of guys this offseason on the D-line, so I would rebuild that. They have the best D-linemen.
I mean, they have Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, so they don't necessarily need a line.
Yeah, Brett says Howie's trading up because the Eagles have the most picks over the next 2 drafts. And then he also somehow thinks that Walter Nolan isn't going to go to the Bengals and drop to the Eagles, which is hilarious. Malachi Starks is not dropping, by the way. So I just
No,
take it,
probably
I'm just
not.
getting that out of any scenario.
Yeah.
It's not
I think that's
happening.
Just like draft experts are like trying to psych people out. But
Yeah, they're
draft.
tripping.
Hey, with that being said, let's hop in the war room, boys. Hop in that war room. Let's who are our top 3 picks for each of our teams? 3-round mock draft. Gino, you first. Who are your 3 ideal picks for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
So ideally, we only pick once. We go trade up to 8, get Shador if he falls, and then we trade our second for DK Metcalf, the best deep ball threat in the league, behind George Pickens, and then we'd have to trade like our 3rd-round pick for the first pick. Yeah.
So
That's my prediction.
So if that doesn't happen, who are your 3-round mock draft? Like,
I will go the D tackle from Morgan, and then 3rd round, I would go the cornerback from Kansas, or if the Texas one falls, who's the cornerback from Kansas? He's a straight baller.
Well, let's see the
Pull that up, B Philly. Let's see.
are you thinking about the cornerback from Kentucky, possibly?
I don't think so. Scroll up a little bit.
Kobe Bryant.
Up.
Kobe Bryant's going later.
Oh, Kobe Bryant, bro. Yeah, I was
Kobe Bryant, I don't see him going.
3rd round.
No.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm thinking.
All right. It's a little reach, but
But
we'll
he's
take
good.
it.
I'll take talent in the 3rd round.
A little bit
Or,
of reach,
uh,
but we'll take it.
Or Scadaboo. But because I already think like the Ohio State running backs will be gone by the 3rd round. But if you can get one of those guys, that'd be insane. But
Travion Henderson's going 2nd round to the Vikings or the Bears. I'm saying that now.
if you can get Quinshawn Judkins in the 3rd round, I
good
feel
pick.
like that's great value.
That is a good pick.
That's a good pick.
How about them Bengals? Who
For
the
them Bengals, ideally 3 picks would be Shamar Stewart, and then in the 2nd round, either Trey Amos or get someone to protect Joe if Ratledge is available, maybe. And then 3rd, ideally, you're kind of taking who you don't take. So let's say hypothetically, I would go personally. The defense needs a lot of work, so I think I would go after Amos, but if for some reason we can't get him, maybe the Penn State safety. And if, let's say, we just say fuck it and take O-line, in that case, then I would want like either Who's the corner from Brett? Pull the corners back up real quick. Who's that corner from? I don't think it's Boston College, but it might be Boston College. Virginia Tech. Yeah, give me Dorland Strong, or you know what? Honestly, I would even be fine with like. Call me crazy. I wouldn't be mad at Ollie Gordon in the third round.
Ooh.
I wouldn't be. I know he had a really
Ollie
ass.
Gordon
I
in the
know.
third round.
I know he was ass.
That is
I don't think that-
insane.
It's not insane. What's Ollie
That
Gordon
is
projected to go, Brett?
insane. Ollie Gordon is probably going 5th, 6th round.
Bro, Ollie Gordon had such a shitty year that everyone forgot that he's fucking nasty as fuck.
Or did he lose his fastball?
He didn't lose his fastball. It just happens.
I don't
He
know.
probably broke up with a girl.
He went out there and ran like a 4.62. That boy was running slower than Najee.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ooh.
But yeah, I'd say Dorland Strong would be cool, or like even like Noel Williams. Jacob Parrish, if he falls, would be ideal. Just because the secondary on the Bengals is atrocious. But if we get Shamar Stewart, then I think we need to go safety or corner with the second one. So give me Trey Amos or the safety from Penn State. I'd be cool with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I like both of those. Those are solid for sure. I would say that for the first 3 picks of the Colts, first round pick, we are going
second,
with
yeah.
Tyler Warren. And if Tyler Warren isn't there, we are going Colston Loveland.
Go blue.
Sure, if that happens.
Of course.
Hell yeah, go blue.
I might fucking...
Fuck.
I don't know. I might do a backflip or something.
I'll tell you this. You guys take
I'll
Colston
come out of
Loveland.
retirement and try and break my ankle again.
You guys take Colston Loveland. I will support the Colts in a friendly, not fan way for the year. I'll
love to
definitely
hear
be
it.
rooting for you.
Thank you. I
Go
appreciate
Colts.
that. Thank
Clap
you.
it up.
Clap it
Shout
up.
out to the Colts.
With the second round pick, I believe we are going Carson Schlesinger, the linebacker from UCLA. Need to shore up the linebacking core with Zaire, who tends to make too much noise for average as he played last year. And EJ Speed is gone. So need to go get a linebacker to get in there. With the third round pick, we need to go get Tate Rutledge, who is guard out of Georgia. I know Milan said that, but he ain't going to Cincinnati. He's going to Indianapolis.
He's going to
So,
Indianapolis.
Yeah, need a little protection for AR, not Daniel Dimes. Regardless of who it ends up being, we will take the protection either way. With that being said, the draft is on Thursday. Round 1. I forgot. We have B Philly's production picks back there.
Oh yeah, B Philly.
We should have got the microphone.
Where's
to
your
set
mic
it up.
at?
Yeah,
It's right there. Hold on. Let me get
Is the mic set up?
It takes 2 seconds. Mic is right here.
We got to get B Philly on the mic. I wish we had the camera angle too.
I mean, you guys hop.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
Skip it
cut.
real quick. It's all good. First round, I already said Howie Magic going crazy. We're trading up. He's a dog. We're trading up either to get Walter Nolan, depending how far he drops, or we're getting Malachi Starks out of Georgia. Fella in that safety spot. No CJ.
Malachi Starks at 32?
No, we're trading up.
Oh yeah, you're trading up.
We're trading up. It's Howie Magic. We have the most picks over the next 2 seasons, in like the 3rd and 4th round. So we're going to be moving all around. Second round, we're going Xavier Watts out of Notre Dame, trading up to get him as well. Retrading all over the place. Third round, Cameron Williams, offensive tackle out of Texas, shore it up. We need a tackle with Lane Johnson coming down to his last 1 or 2 seasons, I imagine. So it's a wrap. It really doesn't matter what everything these people just said over the last 30 minutes. We already know we're going back to back. The draft doesn't matter for 31 teams. I was like, we're going back to back. Actually, probably 3 Pete, so be on the lookout.
Hey, you're going back-to-back safeties? You're excluding one of the exciting whites or what? Reed Blankenship's gone?
No, Reed. Oh, no. This is if we don't get.
Oh, if you don't get Starks.
Yeah, I assume we're getting Walter Nolan.
Another
defensive
D tackle.
Yes, sir. We just lost Milton Williams, so we keep the rotation going.
I like
and
that.
Really doesn't matter if we don't get a safety because we're going to get Justin Simmons. If not, already projected to come wanting to play with Vic Fangio again. So we're just waiting for after the draft before so we don't lose that comp pick.
Okay.
That collusion is nice.
I feel like
those picks.
I feel like if you got Jonah out of Arizona on that O line, that'd be insane.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, do we need more linemen? Moving off of the draft on Thursday and moving on to the NBA playoffs, the Lakers get smoked by 20 in the first game against the Wolves. Luka goes for 37 with 1 assist, and Dalton Connect comes in at the end of the game and leads our bench in scoring in garbage time. So we need a little help from the supporting cast because
That's how we looked out there.
That was pretty ugly. Yeah, we looked out of place. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, we looked out of place. We looked upside down. AR looked like he couldn't hit a fucking shot. I know LeBron be on that game one shit, but fuck that game one shit. You played too passive. Luka, 1 assist is crazy, but I really can't blame you because none of these niggas could get
They're
any
not hitting
fucking
shots.
buckets. Rui, don't get me even started. And Vando, if I ever see you dribbling the ball up the court or like driving the lane again, I swear to God, just play defense. That being said, Lakers in 5.
That being said, Lakers in 5.
Quit playing with me.
Yeah, I would say Luka.
Oh my God, Pacers won today? Wow.
Let's go.
Sorry, my bad. G.
Luka carried the shit out of the team. No one else could score. No one played defense, and they got smoked. They set their whole defensive scheme around stopping Ant, and he was shooting lights out, so that wasn't going to work. So then everyone else got to score because they're only focused on him. So they got to change up their defense and figure it out.
I mean, they just can't have Luka on Ant. We need to put.
Why is
said,
Vando not on
It's
Ant
insane.
full time?
with that being said, Lakers in 5.
Yeah,
Lakers in 5. Lakers are definitely winning
Lakers in
game
5
2.
regardless. It don't matter.
Here's my prediction for the game. Give me LeBron 30 points at plus 220, and give me Luka 10 assists at plus 230. I think LeBron's gonna be pissed off and he's gonna go crazy, and I think Luka is gonna really make it a point to facilitate. And Luka's still gonna drop like 35, and LeBron's probably still gonna get hella rebounds and assists, but it's gonna take all that to win the game.
Luka
So,
and Bron are both going for a triple double.
I don't even hate that, to be honest with you. Shit, what's the line?
Luka will do that. LeBron needs to do that if they want to win. Like Luka can't do everything,
Hold
bro.
on. The game starts in 3 minutes, so let me check the line in case if there's a good value, I'm taking it live
you
on
might
the
have
pod.
to.
Nah, Lakers are a huge.
While
favorite.
you check that, on to
I'm more looking
the
at triple double.
Pistons and Knicks series. The Pistons tie up the series yesterday with a win over New York. Cade goes out there and is balling. 100-94 was the total score. I still think the Knicks handle that, but it was good to see the Pistons go out there and put up a fight for sure. I think if that could be a close series.
I mean, didn't the Knicks come back in the fourth in the first game?
Yeah.
And then they almost did the same thing. So it's like they are losing 6 out of 8 quarters and then almost 1-1.
LBJ triple double is plus 835. I'm taking it.
Plus 835 for
Yeah.
LBJ triple double.
It's worth a sprinkle.
On to another series. The Thunder kicked the shit out of the Grizzlies by about 50.
That's a good way to put it.
Literally kicked the shit out of them. Ja was laughing on the sideline.
Someone I know literally bet on the
This
Grizzlies
was
today.
and today, game 2, the Thunder kicked the shit out of the Grizzlies again by 20. So yeah, that series seems to be going in
It's super over.
the
Thunder are
direction
good.
that we all thought it would. Shea and the boys are too good for him.
Yeah, I saw this one tweet that I saw 2 tweets actually. The first tweet I saw was like, Ja's gonna be pissed off that Shea is the new face of the league. He gonna remind everyone. You remind nobody of shit. 2, shout out to my boy Addy, my favorite tweet of game 1. He's like, and Ja Morant hits an electric layup to cut the lead down to 45.
He wasn't throwing too many grenades in the crowd.
Hell no, he was throwing fucking, I don't know what he was throwing. They
Bricks.
They was doing bricks and
Yo, I
duds
saw,
and spuds and cuds, thunder and 4. It's over.
You know, Big Cat from Barstool, he tweeted that if a team wins by 50, the series is over in 1.
It really should be. That should be a rule.
That would have made that game electric. Other than that, that was the worst thing I've ever seen.
I would love that's an NBA rule change submission. That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
On to the next series. Kawhi goes out there and drops 39 on the
Man.
Nuggets' heads while shooting 15 of 19 from the field. It was, Kawhi looks like he's back to prime Kawhi. That was insane.
The doctors that fix his knees are gonna get a peace award.
Whoever did it the third time,
Holy shit.
or the fourth time, whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever the fuck.
They finally got it right.
Yeah, does you go to
Well, that
Germany, 3 knee procedures, 2
Yeah.
years, you'd be fine.
3 years.
3 years, you'd be fine.
But years and forget.
Fuck the Clippers, but they're definitely playing well. I'm just hoping that series goes to 7, so both those teams are beat up and hurt by the end of it.
I mean,
Kawhi's
you don't
knee's
want
gonna
the
be
Nuggets
sore.
to win.
I don't really give a fuck who wins, as long as I really am not looking forward to playing either team. So I'm at this point, I'm just let it go 7 games and let them be super tired and let one of their players be a little banged up coming into the next series, right? That's my thought process. Obviously, I think I prefer Clippers just because of matchups and because Jokic be fucking with us. But also Kawhi be pissing me the fuck off. And Norman Powell and Jamal Murray are equally annoying in how many buckets they love to get against our team. So give me a double overtime game 7.
Double
This
overtime games.
Yeah, so this team is both these teams are just fucking exhausted by the end. I want Kawhi's knees hurt. I need cortisone shots. I need him to take cortisone shots at halftime.
Stem cell shots.
Yeah,
Everything.
on me. Maybe he went to the doctor that Dame went to. I don't know. But
Hey,
shout out to Dame.
he does live in San Diego, so TJ ain't too far.
Yeah, clearly
He went and got them stem cells in the knees.
that Hong Kong stem cell treatment.
Hong Kong stem cell
Gets you
research.
right.
Hell yeah. Talking about basketball, I think we have a guest from the last episode that owes you guys a couple shots each. Let's
Yeah.
see if let me give Luke a call and see what he has to say about that one. While that goes on, the Warriors take down the Rockets. As he said, Jimmy was the biggest fraud. That kind of went up on
Yeah.
social media.
Jimmy definitely
Hey.
dropped 38.
Hey, what's going on? We on the pod. Where them shots at? Where them shots at?
I got you right now.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Right when I'm eating dinner.
Perfect timing.
We
I just bust down my AP.
recording
Perfect
this, or
timing.
We going
video.
We're
Or?
going full happy.
we going 4 back to back to back to back or what?
Oh, hell no.
I mean, just chug a bottle, bro.
Yeah, just take a bottle chug.
Okay.
The Terramana.
The Terramana. Shout out to the
Shout out
Rock.
The Rock.
Shout out to the Rock. Shout out to the whole WWE.
I got it on screen record regardless. Either way, y'all see it. Yeah, you see the war helmet on. We in the war room talking the draft.
Hilarious. All right, a bet is a bet.
I bet. Hey, here he goes. Ooh, that's. Ooh. That was about a half a cup.
Yeah. Oh, he put it. Pause. He put that down.
Hey, no Diddy.
No diddler.
No diddler.
All right, man.
Hey, he's a man of his word. He took them shots.
Hey, shout out to you. Bet is a bet, gang. We appreciate and respect you for, what I'm saying, being a man and answering the phone and taking them shots, gang.
Yes, sir.
Of course, I just need my bet back.
But,
Hell yeah. Love, gang.
All right, love.
Yes, sir. Peace. Hell yeah, man of his word. We love a man of his word. He takes
Hell
them,
yeah.
Big
them
shots.
shots down for
Hey, so I'm giving out these glasses on the next pod to whoever donates the most money to Ipe's campaign.
hell yeah.
heck yeah.
We'll start the GoFundMe up tomorrow. We'll get that going. Whoever gives the biggest donation gets the what are those called? They're not the G Jettas. What are they?
What are they? These are gonna be called the What should we call these? I need help, Gino. What should we call these glasses?
I mean, I got see Jamar Chase getting down with something like that. Maybe T. Higgins. Maybe the,
Yeah.
the Higgins threes.
The Uno goggles.
Oh yeah, this is some T Higgins shit. Yeah, we gonna call these the Lon linear Higgins twos.
The Lon Linear Higgins twos.
Quit playing with
Hey,
them.
shout out to Lon. Hey, whoever gets the biggest donation gets the Lon twos.
Oh yeah, and
Free eBay.
stay tuned at the end of the pod for my announcement on my club. I decided yesterday.
The rest of the series seemed to be going as we all thought they would, with the Celtics kicking the shit out of the Magic and Cleveland kicking the shit out of Miami. So with
Shout
that-
out Cleveland, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to the
Cavs.
Pistons though.
Shout out the Pistons for real.
man, for fighting hard.
Facts. With that being said, we move on to the NHL playoffs. We have Ovi who wins it for the Caps in overtime.
OV.
He's just continues to
Electric.
do it. Electric. Just
Hey, OV, no OVO. Shout out to OV.
Yeah, facts.
I think he had a goal in regulation as well, which was like I think the first goal of the game. So shout out Obi, man.
shout out Ovi the GOAT.
Except there's a boogeyman creeping in the corner.
A Russian boogeyman.
There's a couple.
Ovi?
No, there's a Ovi is the one who's in the room eating his rice and whatever else they eat in Russia. And then there's an American man in the cut named Connor McDavid.
He's Canadian.
Oh, is he Canadian?
For sure.
Fuck, he just looks American. That's the problem with Canadians and Americans, is we all look the same. It's like, how am I supposed to tell the fucking difference between who's Canadian and who's American?
Yeah, and then Draisaitl, teammates with McDavid is like German or something.
Oh, word. Yeah, they got something going over there. I think now is a good time, better than ever, to announce where I'm taking my talents. I'm just gonna look in the camera and let you guys know now. After a lot of consideration and a lot of looking at the jerseys, looking at the standings. I wanted to be fair. I didn't want to go too crazy, but it really came down to this one hard-ass jersey I saw with the Nike logo on it. I'm taking my soccer fandom to Atletico de Madrid.
Atleti.
We're locked in. Atletico de Madrid.
Shout out Atleti.
Shout out Atleti.
Shout out Griezmann.
I will now be locked in fully. I will know the whole team by next week. We're locked in. Shout out to all my
Damn,
Madrid
that's
fans.
hard.
Shout out to Spain. I need a
That's hard.
jersey.
Even though they lose to Madrid, Real Madrid every single derby, but
Yeah,
hey,
give me Atletico
Fuck it,
de
give me
Madrid.
Atleti.
Come on, give me
Let's
Atleti.
go.
Clap it up.
I support that pick.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thank you. Then way better than Aston Villa, huh?
I like way.
Yeah. Aston Villa's
Way
right. I'm going
better.
Atleti. I got you on that.
Yeah, I support that.
My dog.
Not a
I
Premier,
got you.
not a Premier League team, so Gino supports it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because the Premier League is ass.
Yeah. Premier League is ass according to Gino. Moving on to MLB news. Otani and his wife welcome a baby girl into the world. Shout out Otani.
I can't even hate.
That boy was getting the job done
Man.
after that 50-50. He said, we having a kid, girl.
He said, come on. Because isn't she like a basketball player for Team
Mamiko,
Japan?
yeah, she's a
softball?
a star basketball player for Japan.
For Japan, yeah. So they're they're having prodigies.
Yeah, they're having Otani prodigies.
Yeah, that's gonna be nuts.
They'll
Hey,
become-
so didn't you line it up like 9 months ago is when
Yep.
you did 50-50,
Like
then they had a kid?
he said, hey, I went 50-50, girl. We having a baby.
I'm weak. I'm so weak. Shout out to Shohei. I don't know how you're gonna pay for diapers with that.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah, with the 2 pieces of paper and a half a
sandwich.
sandwich they giving you.
He gets
Jinx.
paid $2 million a year.
No, he gets paid $2 a year.
He gets paid $2 million a year. That's
Yeah,
still good.
I don't know how he's gonna pay for that when he's fighting Ipe's case. All I'm gonna say is this: if
money.
it comes down to Ipe and the baby, Shohei, think about who got you rich. It wasn't that baby.
It wasn't that big. Yo.
And Dodgers are also ass. I
Yeah.
just wanted to point that out. And high key, Brett, I love you, but the Phillies are ass this year too. But the Angels are rolling, baby. We're one big arm and one big bat away from really making some fucking noise.
Too bad they won't spend the money to get it.
Can I ask you
Quit
one
playing.
question?
Yeah.
One question. How you feel about Kyron Paris being one for his last 18?
I think
Damn.
that he's in a little slump. How do you feel about you guys sucking and having no defense and your
Who's got more
pitching being
wins?
ass?
Who's got more
That's a
wins?
good
Hold
question.
up.
Let's
on
look at
National
it.
League.
I genuinely don't know.
I know the answer.
We
man.
might have
know
more
the
wins.
answer.
Scroll down.
Show me the
no.
weak ass Dodgers. Angels 11 wins. Show me the weak ass Dodgers.
You have more than that for sure.
Show me the
I'll tell you
weak
that.
ass
All the way down.
Dodgers.
I will
Philly.
tell you that.
16 wins,
I will
buddy.
tell you that.
Fuck.
Yeah, not even
16 and
close.
11.
Art,
Not even
Arte,
close.
Art Moreno, whatever the fuck your name is, Ron Washington. Let's get it back on track. Second isn't good enough. Art, yeah, whatever
Artie
the
Moreno, bro. Worst
Artie,
owner in
whatever the
baseball.
fuck Artie's stupid fucking name is. All I know is he's a dumbass.
That's the Freeway Series. That don't count. That's preseason.
yeah.
Yeah, Freeway Series is preseason.
Oh, you're talking about when we beat you guys?
Yeah, that's preseason.
Oh yeah, well, I remember. I don't know. if
Those
we-
games don't count. The Japan games count, but the Freeway Series doesn't count.
Yeah, we're still better than
Yep.
you guys. I can't wait till the first Dodgers Angels matchup this
Yeah,
year.
we're gonna
Ju-
kick
just
the
let me know
fucking
when
shit
you
we're,
out of
guys-
we're all going, right? Where's he?
yeah, you're gonna be sad.
I'm not gonna be sad about shit.
You're gonna be sad when
I'm gonna be sad when Mike Trout and spanking Ohtani.
Kikuchi's gonna give up about 8 runs in 2 innings
No,
pitched.
Kikuchi is gonna strike out Shohei and show him who the superior,
Never.
the superior
I don't think
Japanese
they'll
man
pitch
is.
Kikuchi against the Dodgers.
Never.
That would not end well. So they'll probably
That would
go
not end
elsewhere.
well.
Whatever.
What a guy!
What a guy.
What a guy.
In other MLB news, Arias gets knocked the fuck out yesterday against the Astros. He ran into who was it? Mauricio Dubon.
That was on Easter Sunday Night Baseball.
Or that was on Sunday. Yeah, Mauricio Dubon was covering first base, and Arias was hauling ass down the line and got swept off his feet.
Shoulder to the
instant
dome
knockout.
piece.
Goes on the IL with a concussion. T's and P's out to Luis Arias. Get well soon, man.
Yeah,
I was
man.
watching
Maybe this little.
Who knew
Concussion
baseball was a
will help
contact sport?
Yeah, and who knew that the batting average leader couldn't hit anymore? Maybe this will help him.
We need
I think he's hitting 286 this
Dude
year,
can't
which is
fucking
not
hit.
good for him.
Yeah,
we
it's
need new
terrible.
helmets for
Yeah, he got
baseball.
straight
Oh,
knocked out.
that knocked him out. You're weak. for
Yeah,
getting
it was
knocked out.
soft. It was
I'm not
soft.
even.
But I
get
hate
the
to
fuck
hate.
outta
I
here.
don't want to hate.
You serious?
we're getting CT in baseball. They need new helmets. They need
Clearly.
they need the
Hey,
Revo Speeds.
I was gonna say,
Revo
rest in
Speed got
peace.
banned. RIP the Revo Speed, man.
RIP the Shut XP and the Revo Speed. Every
Yeah.
helmet I ever played with is
All
now
the GOAT
apparently
helmets are
too
gone.
unsafe to use.
They're all gone.
Which is crazy because that's what we were using the whole time.
Man.
Yeah, but I was watching that live, and then all of a sudden I look away, and then he's on a.
You're lying. He got stretchered,
got stretchered out.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here. That's why the Padres will never win anything.
Yeah. On to fighting news from this weekend. WrestleMania 41. John Cena goes out there and wins a 17th world title. Shout out John Cena.
The GOAT.
Hey, the new heel of WrestleMania. He will have an insane run going forward. Takes down Cody Rhodes. Yeah, it was pretty electric out there.
Yeah,
Can't lie.
man.
Las Vegas WrestleMania. It was
dope. It
was pretty
a good
insane.
WrestleMania. I think that match kind of fell flat. See this whole Cena like trying to be like I don't give a fuck thing was kind of lame. But also it's like time to hang that shit up. And let's get the niggas who really want to get after it in here. But John Cena's the GOAT, bro. I've been watching John Cena since I was like in 4th grade, dude.
Yeah, it
maybe
has been a minute,
earlier.
that's for
like,
sure.
And there was definitely some amazing moments with my big bro where we would my mom would buy us the pay-per-view, and I remember watching John Cena FU Edge through 2 tables in Toronto.
Hell yeah.
So, even if maybe the match wasn't as exciting because maybe he doesn't have as much in the tank anymore, that's the GOAT, bro. I think you have to put Cena on the Rushmore,
for 100%.
on the WWF
Yeah,
100%.
Rushmore.
I don't. I've never even seen John Cena, but in other fighting news, shout out my boy Buck.
Shout out Buck and Critical Combat.
Shout out
Buck.
Buck.
Critical Combat last weekend in Brooklyn. They posted a fight highlight on Insta, got 1 million views.
Hell yeah.
And they had Bobby Smurda at the fight in the ring. So
We see you,
it was
boy.
a lit ass show, man.
Lit show for the first one. Keep going.
Hogan, maybe?
It's only going up from here. Maybe one day we'll be able to commentate a fight or some.
Yeah, me and Cole gonna be on in the booth.
Yeah.
But shout out Stone Cold Steve Austin since we're talking WrestleMania.
Okay, so yeah, WWE Mount Rushmore,
Stone Cold,
Stone
Undertaker, John Cena, and
and The Rock.
The
right?
Rock.
I would go
Triple
Rey
H.
You know what?
Mysterio for me.
You know what? I'm just and I can't fucking stand his stupid racist dumbass, but I have to be honest. If we're doing Rushmore, it has to be Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold, and
Hey,
Cena.
brother.
Those are hands down. Shout out to Stone Cold Steve Austin, the real GOAT.
the GOAT. No, Stone Cold is the GOAT.
And
100%.
bro, Ric Flair. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm just thinking about the 4
Cold.
most popular wrestlers ever. It has to be The Rock, Stone Cold, Cena, and Hogan, right?
I think the only one that I actually like out of that whole group is Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's a cool ass guy, cool ass wrestler, cool ass motherfucker. Shout out Stone Cold.
He's a super fucking cool
Shout out
dude.
the GOAT.
Shout out to Stone Cold, and his beer is good as fuck. I don't know if you guys
Amazing.
had it.
Yeah.
Shout out to the brewery too.
Shout out.
We'll give him a free shout out.
Yeah. With that being said, that will do it for this episode of Bias Sports Talk. We got the draft on Thursday. Go watch. Hey, might need to get you a Kevlar helmet. Hop in that war room right there.
Lakers
boy.
in 5, baby.
Hey, Lakers in 5. Don't forget it. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next week. Goodbye.